1776, this great nation accepted that armed conflict was the only way to preserve our rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If our founding fathers could only see us now. From Antietam to Amiens, Okinawa to Anchorage, we have fought. And now, the Red Menace is at our doorstep. Democracy itself is under threat of annihilation. That is why today, July 4th, 2076, 300 years after our great nation began, we gather together to honor the completion of Vault 76. This sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault-Tec, but it was built by you, the good people of America, so that if the bombs do come, if the end does come, our way of life will endure. But not everyone will be saved. Those chosen to enter this vault must be our best and our brightest. For when the fighting is stopped and the fallout has settled, you must rebuild. Not just walls, not just buildings, but hearts and minds, and ultimately, America itself. So as we stand here today, we pray that the world will know peace. But if that is not our destiny, if war must come, we stand together knowing that here in Vault 76, our future begins.
Good morning, Vault 76. This is the Overseer. I hope you all enjoyed the party last night, even those who may have overindulged and overslept. But it's time to get up and get out there. We've been locked away long enough. Today is Reclamation Day. It may be time to leave, but I'll never forget the day you all entered Vault 76. You come from every walk of life, every race, color, and creed. But you all share one very important trait. You are this country's best and brightest. But more importantly, you'll always be my family. tasked with nothing less than the rebuilding of America. Such a huge responsibility. Just know that Vault-Tec is proud of you. I am proud of you. When you hear this, it means I've been gone for several hours. I've got my own mission out there in Appalachia. This is the Overseer, signing off.
Message repeats in 24 hours. System breakdown.
Hello?
At last! Today is your reclamation day. I bet you're just bursting your bolts to get out there and see the world. Nothing at all. The exterior sensors were taken out of commission after that unfortunate business with the nuclear bombs. With so many of your friends having been gone so long, I cannot begin to speculate how they've transformed Appalachia already. No, and we're not likely to get one. It's been months. Besides, she left this place behind to reclaim America. It's past time you followed her example. Excellent. Adventure and opportunity awaits you, sir. The kiosks have valuable information to help you thrive out there. Best get cracking! Another day, another opportunity to leave Vault 76. What do you say?
Wildlife should be abundant in Appalachia. Happy hunting! Always stay stocked with medicines. And don't forget to use them. Medicine checklist. Radex, Radaway, Stimpak. Got it? Good. Go on, take the meds. I know it's cozy in here, but you'll soon be faced with a distinct lack of power and shelter. Outside with a little elbow grease, you'll be powering up West Virginia in no time. When you get outside, find each other. Seek strength in numbers. Utilize both your similarities and differences.
Ah, there they are. Vault 76's own Rip Van Winkle. How many months has it been?
Overseer's log, or should I say, direct communication. Because whoever is listening to this had the moxie to try to find out where I've gone. But I'm...
Your camp is the key to survival and rebuilding, so use it often. Outside, survival will be easy with your construction and assembly mobile platform, or camp. So catchy. The camp is instrumental to the rebuilding of America.
Aren't you as tired of that message as I am, sir?
Oh, come on.
I'm sure you've been lonely, but there's a whole vault's worth of companions outside. Assuming they haven't been eaten yet.
Rebuilding America. Utterly terrifying. Glad I'm staying here. Still, I'm sure your camp will make it easy peasy. I know it will be scary out there, but you possess the skills to not only survive, but thrive. Remember, adaptability is key. If your role isn't working, try another. Get creative. Goodbye! Aloha! Ciao!
Ah, those young ladies down there, they seem exceedingly alive. They haven't yet made any untoward advances, but perhaps you could speak to them? Verify their intentions are civil? Only that they appear to have some vested interest in accessing the vault. One seemed quite perturbed when I told them that wouldn't be happening, but I'm not sure if she believed me. I've been keeping watch here long enough to have learned that outside the vault, people don't always have one's best intentions at heart. I'm sorry to say it, but it's the truth. Until quite recently, it's been exceedingly peaceful. I maintained my post, greeted latecomers out of the vault, and otherwise reveled in Appalachia's natural splendor. But very recently, it seems people have come back to Appalachia. Those two and more to boot. The non-vault sort, you understand. It's all very concerning. Who knows what they might be up to? Well, yes, but it's been some time. But she was a resourceful woman. I'm sure she's all right. Oh, do be careful out there, sir.
Another perfect day in Nuka World. The birds are shining.
Hi, folks. This is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders. We've set up a camp at Flatwoods, and we're offering supplies, medical treatment, and survival training to anyone in need. Look for us in the church across from the Flatwoods Tavern, and if you can volunteer some time to help out, we could definitely use it. This message will repeat.
There's got to be a way in there.
Maybe... Wait, a vault dweller?
Hey there!
Hi, folks. This is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders. We've set up a camp at Flatwoods, and we're offering supplies, medical treatment, and survival training to anyone in need. Look for us in the church across from the Flatwoods Tavern, and if you can volunteer...
Don't try anything funny, okay? We're all friends.
Exactly.
This message
We just had a couple of questions we were looking to get answered. You came out of the vault, right? I thought it was empty. Wait, is the door still open?
Hi, folks. This is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders. We've set up a camp at Flatwoods.
Son of a bitch, we missed our chance. We really needed that. We got a tip from the Wayward. Heard of the place? A new bar down the road. So this guy told us that...
After you gave him the last of our caps.
And he said that inside that vault is the... You know, that's where the big one is. Our last chance to turn our lousy luck around.
Hi, folks. This is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders.
You know, the thing that brought everyone back.
Flatwoods,
The
and we're offering
treasure.
supplies, medical treatment, and survival training to anyone in need. Look for us in the
But-
church across from the Flatwoods
Told you,
Tavern, and
Lacey.
if you can
The guy was
volunteer some time
scamming
to help
us.
out, we
But
definitely use it.
those were the last of our caps.
This message
No.
will repeat.
Someone has to know something. We're just gonna stick it out until we find them.
Wonderful.
Thanks for answering some questions for us, I suppose.
Hi, folks. This is Jeff.
Seems only fair I return the favor. Anything we can answer for you?
And we're offering supplies, medical treatment, and survival training.
They sent you out here without a weapon? Be a quick trip trying to do this unarmed. Here.
And if you can volunteer some time to help out, you could definitely.
Happy to tell you what I know, which
This
isn't
message
much.
will repeat.
Someone made a broadcast not too long back about there being some kind of treasure buried in Appalachia. We don't know what, we don't know where. With people as desperate as they are, it's meant everyone with a functioning radio has come back to try and see if they can get a piece of it.
We've set up a camp at
Monsters or
Flatwoods,
no.
and we're offering supplies,
Guy we met at the
medical
Wayward.
treatment,
Carter,
and
I think was his
survival
name.
training
He gave us a couple of leads to chase down, in exchange for all our money. Up to us now to make something of them.
You can volunteer some time to help out.
About Appalachia?
Other than it's a graveyard.
There's that. We haven't been here real long, but from what we've been able to piece together, the area got hit pretty hard. Not long after, well, these things showed
This
up.
is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders.
The Scorched.
We've set up a
They're
camp at
merciless.
Flatwoods,
They seem to have cleaned up whoever the bombs might have missed.
and survival training to
Without people around, everything else has gone haywire.
us in the church across from the Flatwoods Tavern. And
We both came over from Virginia. Well, what was Virginia? There's a lot more hot zones that way.
message will repeat.
And the few spots that are livable, well, they got picked clean fast. I mean, Appalachia's dangerous, really dangerous. But it's better than where we've been.
Hi, folks. This is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders.
If your overseer crossed our path, she sure wasn't broadcasting it.
We've set up a
Sorry.
camp at Flatwoods,
You might ask at the Wayward. Seems like they set themselves up to be a natural stopping point.
training to anyone in need. Look for us in the church across from the Flatwoods
Watch yourself
Tavern.
out there.
If you can volunteer some time to help out, you could definitely use it. This message will repeat. Hi, folks. This is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders. We've set up a camp at Flatwoods, and we're offering supplies, medical treatment, and survival training to anyone in need. Look for us in the church across from the Flatwoods Tavern, and if you can volunteer some time to help out, we could definitely use it. This message will repeat. Hi, folks. This is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders. We've set up a camp at Flatwoods, and we're offering supplies, medical treatment, and survival training to anyone in need. Look for us in the church across from the Flatwoods Tavern, and if you can volunteer some time to help out, we could definitely use it. This message will repeat. Hi, folks. This is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders. We've set up a camp at Flatwoods, and we're offering supplies, medical treatment, and survival training to anyone in need. Look for us in the church across from the Flatwoods Tavern, and if you can volunteer some time to help out, we could definitely use it. This message will repeat. Hi, folks. This is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders. We've set up a camp at Flatwoods, and we're offering supplies, medical treatment, and survival training to anyone in need. Look for us in the church across from the Flatwoods Tavern, and if you can volunteer some time to help out, you could definitely use it. This message
really
will
need to
repeat.
clean up around here.
Hi, folks. This is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders. We've set up a camp at Flatwoods, and we're offering supplies, medical treatment, and survival training to anyone in need. Look for us in the church across from the Flatwoods Tavern, and
was that?
if you can volunteer some time to help out, definitely use it. This message will repeat.
It's hard work making a living out here.
Hi, folks. This is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders. We've set up a camp at Flatwoods, and we're offering supplies, medical treatment, and survival training to anyone in need. Look for us in the church across from the Flatwoods Tavern, and if you can volunteer some time to help out, we could definitely use it. This message will repeat. Hi, folks. This is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders. We've set up a camp at Flatwoods, and we're offering supplies, medical treatment, and survival training to anyone in need. Look for us in the church across from the Flatwoods Tavern, and if you can volunteer some time to help out, we can definitely use it. This message will repeat. Hi, folks. This is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders. We've set up a camp at Flatwoods, and we're offering supplies, medical treatment, and survival training to anyone in need. Look for us in the church across from the Flatwoods Tavern, and if you can volunteer some time to help out, we could definitely use it. This message will repeat. Hi, folks. This is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders. We've set up a camp at Flatwoods, and we're offering supplies, medical treatment, and survival training to anyone in need. Look for us in the church across from the Flatwoods Tavern, and if you can volunteer some time to help out, we can definitely use it. This message will repeat. Hi, folks. This is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders. We've set up a camp at Flatwoods, and we're offering supplies, medical treatment, and survival training to anyone in need. Look for us in the church across from the Flatwoods Tavern, and if you can volunteer some time to help out, we could definitely use it. This message will repeat.
The sound you are hearing comes to you from the Sonic Squire, a brand new speaker system featured in theaters, studios, and soon, your living room. This marvelous, lifelike, one-of-a-kind sound was developed by the scientists at Sonic Sound Systems and is used in motion pictures, concerts, and educational programming worldwide. Imagine your family sitting down and listening to our Commander-in-Chief's fireside chats in crystal clear audio.
Well, I'm just a mechanic. I don't need high-fidelity, laser-crisp sound when I'm working on my car.
You may be okay living in mediocrity, Jim. But what about your children? Consider the lesson you're teaching them.
Golly. I didn't think of that.
That's the problem, Jim. You didn't think. And now little Timmy's going to spend the rest of his life doing things halfway.
Oh, no. What have I done?
Don't worry, Jim. It's not too late. Buy a Sonic Squire, and you'll not only enjoy spectacular, stunning, high-quality audio in your home, but you'll be setting your children up for a future of success.
I'll put it in order right now, for the garage and the living room. And then maybe someday, President Timmy.
Why not? With high-intensity, intrepidly bold sound, anything is possible. Visit your local electronics store and ask about the Sonic Squire, the leading brand in audio today.
manner of speaking, and it's making my job a tad difficult. Oh, excuse me. Let me introduce myself. Name's Lane Platt. I'm with the Responders. We're a band of self-titled do-gooders around these parts. Appalachia's filling up fast, and we're trying to keep everyone hale and healthy and off each other's throats. I like to think so. It gives me hope that we can one day right all the wrongs in this world. Now, there's a lot going on in this neck of the woods, more than I can tackle myself. You got ferocious beasts roaming the forest, a creepy cult moving into the caves, and all manner of people about ready to go to war with one another. All that is to say, I could use a hand, and I'd be willing to pay you for yours. What do you think?
Understood, Charlie. I'm on my way. Tell Marco to wait there for me. Over and out.
Why, that is just terrific. Thank you 1,000 times over. Now, what business do I have for you today? We've had reports that a dangerous cult, the Cult of the Mothman, has moved into a cave system nearby. They're part of a larger organization that extends all throughout Appalachia. Learning more about them will help us combat their spread. I'd like you to go into those caves and gather some of their ritual artifacts for study. You'll earn a fine commission for returning them to me. Anything we can. Gleaning any information about the cult's rituals, organization, or beliefs could lead us to ways to stop their spread and limit their influence. Be careful. Cult of the Mothman is dangerous. They'll no doubt protect those artifacts with their lives.
Right behind you. Meanwhile, inside the world of refreshment is none other than our hero Slippery foe.
Be careful searching for those artifacts. The cult won't stand by while you take them.
This security system won't keep me out for long. Once I'm through, I will steal that Nuka power armor. Then nothing will be able to stop me getting the Nuka recipe.
We may have sourced some inventory from... Hello! I'm still here. Not panicking. I'm the quartermaster at this little outpost of ours. That means I manage what supplies we have. I, count them. A lot. Just to make sure we're still out of gauze and didn't magically manifest more while I wasn't looking. I wanted to be a doctor, but being a doctor is hard when you have a fear of blood. And needles. And, failure. They're great. We're great. They more than me. They're selfless and fearless and try to solve any problem, no matter how difficult. And they, use a lot of supplies. And don't get many, but, they manage anyway. Me? I'm nothing special. Oh no, I'm no Appalachian. I came in from the north with Paige and the other settlers at Foundation. Do you know them? But I wanted to do more than just settle. I wanted to learn medicine. And the Responders seemed like they could teach me. Only, they couldn't. Or I couldn't learn is more like it. Free time? That's not a real thing, is it? Stressed? Who's stressed? Me? It's that obvious, huh? Well, I do have my mantras to calm me down. Serenity. Serenity. Peace. And... wait, was it 6 bottled waters or 16 in the next shipment? You really think so? I'm not sure I believe you, but it's a sweet thing to say nonetheless. Well, that's probably for the best. Okay then, I'll be here. Probably forever.
Will our group ever catch this elusive outlaw? Where will they strike next? Until next time on Tales from Nuka World! Stay tuned.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Mortimer, where did you find this classic Ming vase? Surely you asked the museum for permission.
Oh, Vanessa. First of all, it's not me. Nor would I.
Appalachian Antiques, the finest goods and antiquities for sale, but never all.
Damn those Scorched! I can't bear to see another friend turn.
This broadcast is brought to you by Wonder Glue, the one-of-a-kind adhesive you can use to fix anything. Broken vases, cups, ceramics, and even robots. In fact, the scientists at Robco have helped us with a demonstration. Here we have 2 refurbished robots, their parts reassembled with glue. Protectron 1 had his parts attached with industrial-strength Wonder Glue. Protectron 2 with our leading competitor's brand. How are you feeling, Protectron 1?
Lumberjack. Protectron cuts down trees, but does not require lunch or laboratory facilities.
break the walls with you if you don't tell me where Crane's treasure is right now!
Sweetheart, I think you must be sick. Because pointing a gun at me in my own bar is a term of affliction. Look around. You think I'm having my people piece this place together out of old homes because I'm thrifty? Do I look like I know where this treasure is?
Shut up! You have 10 seconds to tell me where Crane is! 10.
Don't do this,
9.
son.
8.
Fine.
7.
Suit yourself.
6.
Mort,
5.
you busy, dog?
4. 3. 2. What? Mort?
Thank you, Mort.
Of course, Duchess.
Now I'm hoping you're here to have a drink and play nice. I've had a gun pointed at me more than enough for one day. Huh. Well, not exactly the introduction to the Wayward I would have hoped for. Oh, sorry about that, darling. First round's on me. Name's Duchess. There's something I could do for you. Your guess is as good as mine, sweetheart. He busted in here saying I needed to turn over the location of some fellow named Crane, who I guess I must have served at some point or another. Since then, a steady stream of miscreants has been making my life irritating. Not exactly good for a budding business. Now that you mention it, I could use an extra pair of hands. See? That boy we put down? He's not the first of his crew to roll in here. But I want him to be the last. Normally, I'd send my people out to clean house, but my muscles run off, so I don't have the bodies to spare right now. But I'm willing to pay good money if you put an end to this for me. So, what do you say? Only seems fair. The details, then. Now, each of these boys came in asking after Crane. I'm thinking we can make that work for us. How would you grab the attention of a bunch of single-minded thugs? Not sure I've got enough on hand, unfortunately. No. We're gonna draw them in by making them think you're Crane. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I think I'll just... I just want you to know, architecture ain't exactly my forte. Huh, not half bad. So what I've chicken scratched together here for you is the schematic for one custom-made Crane Treasure Hunting Inc. sign. If I didn't butcher the plans too bad, it's got a little system built in that'll make sending out an advertisement and getting this gang's attention a snap. You just need to build it, use the tape it spits out to tell the world you're open for business, and then convince any punks that show up to tell you where their boss is hiding. They did teach you all how to build from schematics up in that vault of yours, didn't they? That's the spirit.
Hey, if you need a refresher, good old Morty Mort can help you out.
What are you on about, Mordecai?
Hey, nah, I'm not bragging or anything, but I've got some tapes that cover that very subject.
Oh, Mort, not the tapes. Well, you find yourself wanting a refresher? Talk to Mort. Of course, you're gonna need materials, but we should have enough lying around to cover you there. Get you together a little care package. Throw some rations in there, too, so you don't starve on me. And so you know, you might have to break some of this scrap down for parts. But I can spot you some workbench materials, too, since you're doing me such a big one. Who knows? Maybe you'll learn something while you do it. Now, you ready to get this show on the road? Overseer, huh? So you must be the one. No, I haven't seen her. But I have heard her. My people found a tape just on the other side of the road that it seems she left behind for one of her dwellers. Though it's a bit out of date now. Maybe it was waiting there for you. Happy to give it to you. So long as you're still willing to help us. Hot dog. Be good to have those dolts off our back at long last. Just make sure, once you find out where they're hiding, that their leader gets the message. The wayward gets left alone. And here, that Overseer tape. Sounds like she set up that camp across the way so her people could get some practice in self-reliance. Probably worth looking into if you think you could use a refresher.
Glad to hear Vault-Tec actually took care of some of their people. You hear these rumors, right, about them just throwing folks to the wolves. Here's some rations and a fancy suit. Good luck. Well, don't you worry that smooth little face of yours. You are in good company now. 'Cause around here, we look after one another. Now, what can I do for you? Allergies. Learned the hard way I can't stand within 10 feet of a strawberry. Come on, man, that's a joke. Truth is, I was outside on Doomsday. Now you see, I drove security, and I was coming back from a pickup in the truck when I feel this rumble, and then quiet. Then a whole lot less quiet. And the truck was hit with this wind, and it was like someone dropped a hurricane on it. I can hear it battering in the truck. Bang, 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 like it's got a grudge against it. And then I unlocked the door and into the back, and then bang, I wake up, man, and it's crazy. Somehow, in the back of the truck, alive and kicking. All it cost me was my skin and any opportunity for someone liking me for anything other than my lovely personality. And that was the day I became, well, they call us ghouls. Not the most flattering name, but still, beats being vaporized. I mean, it's got its advantages. Main one is that radiation rolls off me like water off a duck's ass. Can stride through a blast zone like it's a spring breeze. Also, means I can survive in situations that would turn a normal person into a TV dinner. The major downside? Well, shit, you're looking at it, right? Head to toe disfiguration. There's also, well, you might have seen them. Not all ghouls are sane. Not sure how it happens, why some ghouls lose their minds and others don't. But ever since I turned, there's always this nagging feeling just at the back of my mind that I will have to feast on humans! Raw! Seriously? Nothing? Shit, I thought it was funny. Overall, though, being a ghoul, mixed bag. Can't say I'd recommend it as a lifestyle choice. Listen, friend, you happen to be talking to the exact right person to fix your predicament. But if I'm gonna help you, I want something in return. All right, listen, I got this plan. You're gonna help me get rich. See, the folks who made it big off the gold rush, they weren't the prospectors. They were the folks that sold them their shovels. Now, I don't do shovels. What I collect is knowledge. I can go all sorts of places you folks with your rad-sucking skin can't. So, I'm selling what I've got between my ear holes, and you're gonna test it for me. I made these holotapes. Now, this set's all the info I dug up about that camp doohickey you Volters got. All I'm asking is you give them a listen and let me know what you think. It's the only voice I got, so yeah, that's what you're gonna hear. Now, you want them or not? You will? Oh, thank you. I mean, Thanks. Just come back once you've taken him out for a test drive. Now, there anything else you wanted to chat about? I did, and your eye's still working, kids. That's the reason you're bringing up the obvious. Look, the world's hard now. Better you learn that lesson real fast. Don't have one. I'm an independent operator. When these folks need a hand or got an errand that involves running into radiation, they come to me. Rats? They don't bother me anymore. In exchange, Duchess lets me drink and doesn't bother me too much about my tab. Really, about the best sort of setup a guy in my situation could ever ask for. Well, at least until the tapes take off. Some other time then.